Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Dread Time Stories. I'm your host, Dr. Phobia, and tonight, our story comes from the world of creepypastas, more specifically, Disney-themed creepypastas. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy tonight's tale, Mickey's Best Friend. Mickey's Best Friend is a controversial 10-minute cartoon that was shown in theaters on November 15th, 1929. It was later banned and isn't allowed to be shown again due to its history of kids requiring constant attention after viewing its content. It isn't even available to anyone who wants to complete their collection of classic Mickey cartoons. It was originally intended to be a Halloween-related short, which revolved around Mickey and Eustace, an anthropomorphic dog character. Walt, at the time, thought kids were getting dumbed down by the other shorts, and that they were mature enough to handle what he wanted to show them. Mickey is driving to work in his car. Along the way, it breaks down due to an engine problem. He gets out to check it. When Mickey finds out it's beyond repair, he goes into a depression until Eustace arrives and helps to fix the problem. Mickey is relieved and introduces himself. After getting Eustace's name, Mickey invites him to go with him somewhere. Eustace asks Mickey if he was supposed to be somewhere, but Mickey lies to him and decides to skip work. The two arrive in a cafe where the owner spots Mickey and gives him a stern look. He walks up and rudely asks Mickey what he wants. After ordering, the sheriff, Pete, enters and confronts Mickey, demanding that he finally pays off his late rent. Mickey, on the verge of a breakdown, is plighted by Eustace, who decides to pay off Mickey's entire debt. The sheriff laughs and warns Eustace, telling him that Mickey will only cause him trouble before leaving the scene. Mickey, relieved that he's off the hook, hugs Eustace in joy. Mickey leaves the cafe with Eustace and begins to introduce his new friend to the local residents through a bunch of different scenes. They don't care and walk off. The last resident they speak to begins to chuckle for a bit and warns Eustace that he should be careful around that mouse. Eustace tries to get an explanation on why this person holds a grudge, but the resident is nowhere to be seen after this warning. Eustace asks Mickey why he is smiling after the reception he got, and Mickey admits to Eustace that he hasn't had friends before and that Eustace is his first pal. Eustace feels bad and seems to be hiding something with a guilty expression. Mickey and Eustace, in a bunch of quick scenes, stop by a theater, play a game, go atop a mountain to view the scenery. Afterwards, Mickey shows Eustace's home in hopes that he will live with him. It is here where Eustace feels bad for the mouse, but finally admits he has to leave. Mickey is in shock and assumes that it is like a betrayal, like all the other relationships he's had. Eustace tells Mickey that he isn't very pleased by the town, and especially the residents, and is going to do search elsewhere. He apologizes to Mickey and gives him a few encouraging words before heading out the door. Mickey rushes and grabs Eustace by the leg and pleads him to stay, but Eustace shakes his head. Mickey decides that he can't lose his only friend and knocks him out with a rock he found on the ground. The next scene shows Mickey walking down the stairs to his basement. He turns on the lights where Eustace is tied to an operating table. Eustace is still unconscious. Mickey begins to sob and act apathetic. He talks to Eustace through this state, telling him that it has to be this way. He constantly shouts that he can't be alone anymore, and finally gets a knife from under the operating table and begins to work on him off-screen. When Eustace finally awakes, it is revealed that he is no longer anthropomorphic, but a real dog. He begins to freak out and can only make barks. During the freakout, it switches to a first-person view where we see Mickey entering the room. Eustace no longer seems scared, and the moment he sets his eyes on Mickey, through the mouse, he feels like he needs Mickey, and finally pounces and licks on him. Mickey tells Eustace that no one will ever know about this, and it will be their eternal secret. He tells Eustace that he will be known as Pluto until they part. The scene switches to Mickey's house and zooms out. The sheriff's laughter is heard, along with the resident who had given Eustace the warning about Mickey in the first place. That was Mickey's Best Friend. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for listening. Like I always say in closing, check under your bed, look in your closet, and sleep with the light on. The life you save may very well be your own. Good night, everyone.